And I think that today's world is getting a lesson. The whole world's getting a lesson that we all need to slow down. We need to take care of each other, and we need to be more focused on what's important in our lives rather than the material things we've all got wrapped up in. Hey everybody, this is Gregory Paul, Kotsaftis of the Pitching the Truth podcast. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy today's episode. And as always, thank you so much for listening. Hello, and welcome back to Pitching the Truth. My name is Greg Kotsaftis, your host. It's been a long time, folks. It's been at least 3 to 4 months since I've done a podcast. Holidays got me slowed down, and then life got in the way, and, various things. Got married this year, so that also was a lot of work. And I think I'm just literally starting to catch up. Now that I've been forced into quarantine, like all of us here, I've started to discover all this time that could be put to good use, going back to doing things that I think are more interesting, things that are more helpful for other people, and things that just generally make life better. So today I just wanted to talk briefly about giving back to community. I've been volunteering, as I've mentioned before, at Project Angel Heart now for almost 6 years. Unfortunately, because of the coronavirus, those shifts have been canceled indefinitely due to health reasons, since we prepare meals for the terminally ill and cancer patients, which is fully understandable. But unfortunate, because it's hard for me, because that was kind of my thing that I really looked forward to every other week, to meet with my people and volunteer and do some things that are good for other people. So what can you do today to possibly help others overcome their struggle? Julie and I, my wife and I, just discussed briefly possibly having somebody stay in our basement bedroom, because I'm sure there's going to be some people that are going to be displaced and have a hard time finding a place to live, especially now that they're losing their jobs. The other thing you can do is just simply be kind to other people. Everybody right now is kind of gun shy about being around each other, understandably. But just to be pleasant and kind as you walk by in the street from 6 feet away, I think is something that's invaluable. Stay connected with your communities. I've got a very solid community with my jiu-jitsu training, and we have a Facebook group, and we all joke back and forth here and there, and I find that to be makes me feel better. Even though we can't train anymore at the moment, again, it's nice to be able to talk to people. I've also been reaching out more to my family. I've been talking to my mom and my dad. My dad just got over foot surgery. He's been struggling for sure, and I've been speaking with him quite a bit on the phone, checking in to make sure he's okay, and checking in with my mom as well, and my wife's mother as well. These are just a few examples of things that you can do to probably help other people come through these tough times and just make them feel better, like somebody really cares. I definitely have been told that quite often, that it's nice just to hear your voice. It's nice just to talk to you. And I feel better just trying to do those types of things in order to help people to feel more loved, to feel more connected. So what are you doing? I guess that's my question to everybody today. What are you guys out there trying to do to help other people? I'm sure you have your communities. I'm sure you take care of your families. But what about the perfect stranger? Is there any way you can do something more to help them? Is there any way you can do something more to help people in need? And I think that today's world is getting a lesson. The whole world's getting a lesson that we all need to slow down. We need to take care of each other, and we need to be more focused on what's important in our lives rather than the material things we've all got wrapped up in. Now, I know we're going to get through this, and it's eventually going to turn back. Life's going to turn back on. It will go back to normal at some point in time. But I'm really curious to see how much of this sticks. After what all of our healthcare providers have been through, the big scare that it was, or still presently is, as to how many people could die or get sick, what are we going to do moving forward? Is this lesson going to stick with us? I personally went through a very, very hard lesson, and let me tell you, it stuck. It was very difficult for me, and it was something that I had to learn the hard way, really about hurting other people, not being a good person. But also the biggest lesson I learned was I didn't have a community. I didn't have a lot of people at that time. And that really hurt, made it even more difficult. So moving forward, I want to know, what are we going to do to try to help other people in order to have them get through their own personal adversity? It's going to be a very high time for people that are going to be depressed and down, and they're going to need to be surrounded by love and positivity. And I think that's important It's important for people to understand the value of friendship, the value of family, the value of being just simply safe in a simple place and helping other people. So I'm hopeful that we're all going to learn from this. As I said, I definitely did learn from it. It was a traumatic experience for me, but I would not change it for anything because I was thankful that in the second half of my life, I've been able to value relationships more, value people more, spend more time trying to connect and be a better human being. And most importantly, realizing that how much better my life is and how much I feel better just trying to be a good person. I mean, it's an everyday event. It never ends. So I'm hopeful that this whole experience will cause others to think that way. I hope that you will take a little note from this message here today and reach out to some people that are struggling. Make sure you take care of the ones that are in your inner circle, the ones you love and you care for. Focus on community, focus on giving back. Spend this time to reflect and learn and try to do different things in order to help you become a better person and a better member of society. And most importantly, I hope that you will all think and pray for all of our health workers, that they will survive and help us all get through this. And I thank you all for spending the time for listening. And I'm sorry it's been so long, but I'll try to get more consistent. Thanks.